Good morning, everyone. My name is Chong Yua, and metric number 272043. And now I will start the presentation. We've talked about our source code. So this class is for our first frame, which is our main menu. So inside this class, we have provide four buttons for the user, which is house button. The first one is house button. The function of this button is close the frame and open another class, which is the frame is about house. And the second button is golf graph. The function also same as house button, which is close the frame and open another frame, which is project 4. Mm, and then is building button. The function also same as golf graph button. And the last is university button. The function also same as the house button, which is close the frame and open another frame, another class lah. So this is the first class for our project, and the second class is truck project, and this class is about university. The information inside is only for university. So inside this class we have some button, which is student, visitor, lecture, search button, and more button, back button, add button, exit button, and the last is delete button. So the function for student button is input this file and print out the information inside. So for example, if the user want to know about the SOP for student, then they will click the student button. After they click the student button, the system will input the file and print out the information inside, so the user can know the information about the SOP for student. Okay. So the visitor button also same as the student button. You will input the file and print out the information inside. Same for the lecturer button. You also will input the file and print out the information inside. So the search button is for the user to search if the word they enter is matched with this, then the system will input the file and also print out the information inside. If the word they enter is no match with visitor, student, or lecturer, then the system will print out not found. So for the back button is for the user to go back to the previous GUI, which is our main menu. And the more button is another function for our project. Later, Shamil will continue to talk about this function. So the add button is for the user to edit the information inside. So the function for this button is also close the frame and open another GUI, which is edit 1. Later I will explain the class. Later I will explain this edit class. So okay, the next is exit button. If the user click the exit button, the system will straight close the frame and the program will complete run. So the delete button is for the user to clear the text area when the information print out. If they want to print another information, before they print another information, they can click the delete button to clear the text area. So this is the class, the project class for university, and this is the third class in our project, which is project 2, and this class also is about house, and it also have some button which is mentioned flat, sandy, and search button, add button, back button, more button is same as the university, the is same as the project class. The difference between these two class is only the information inside, because project is for the university, the place, and project 2 is for house, and project 3 is for building, and project 4 is for the golf club. Actually, the information in the code inside is almost same, only the information, the SOP is different only. So now I will straight show the edit class. So if the user click the add button, if the user click the add button, the system will close the frame and open the edit class. So I will take an example. The edit class is for the user to edit the SOP, the information. If the user wants to add some SOP or edit the SOP, then the user can click the add button. After they click the add button, this class will be called. So inside this class, we have a update button, we have a text area, and we have a display button, and the last is a back button. So I will talk about the update button first. So if the user already enter something or edit the SOP, then they can click the update button to save the data. After they click the update button, the information will save in this file, which is a output file. So for the display button, if the user click the display button, the system will input this file and print out the information inside the text area, so the user can edit the information inside or add some information to the to the text area. The back button is for the user to go back to the previous page. So this is all source code for the edit class. So all edit class will be same, only the input file and the output file will be different. And we have total 10 edit class, if no mistake. So I will run the program and show it. So this is the main menu for our program, for our project, which is has 4 buttons: house button, golf club button, university button, and building button. So if the user want to know about the SOP for university, then they can click the university button. So as before I say, here got search button, student button, lecturer button, visitor button, and more. So if the user want to know about the SOP for student, then they can click the student button. After they click the student button, all the information will print out here. So if I want to delete the number 7, then I can click the add button. After I click the add button, this frame will be open and the previous frame will be closed. So I can click the display button to display the information. Then I can delete the number 7. After I delete the number 7, I can click update. Then here will show that success add. Then I can go back to the previous page. If I click the student button again, the number 7 will be deleted. So it is same for the lecturer button and visitor button. And this delete button is for us to clear the text area here. Okay, so this is all for me, and now I will pass to Shamir to continue to talk about the another function in our project, which is the more button. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you to my friends you are for the presentation. Okay, for my part, I will explain more about the buttons that we called it as more in the projects. As you can see that there are 4 places that we have specified it as, uh, and I will take university as example code that I will explain. Okay, as you can see, when we press more button, what will it done in the coding? You can see here when we press the button, it will create a new university class or a university method. As you can see that when we call the class, it will generate a new it will generate JTable methods, which below of it you can see that I had declared it as private, which mean when we declare any attributes and others in the class, it will the attributes cannot be disturbed from others or outside the class itself. As you can see, what in the method, it will help to generate the table with buttons, adds, updates, delete, and others button that will make the user easier to use the table. As you can see, I had declared a column as a university from, now, and provided, which mean from now is when it is established and is it still open, and what level did he provide in the university. As you can see, I had declared the model as a final, and it means that when we had declared the model, we cannot change it to the others model. And below of it is a table row sorter, which I had used it as a sort to the table model itself. And below of it, you can see that I had also make a array list with a name it as a list and create the data of array list for the table. And I had also create a new info university, which it contain the university info that I had put through the coding. As you can see, this is an example for the information that I had added to the table. List.adds new info university, Sunway University 2004 until 2020, and foundation and A-level course. And this list just store into the info university class, but it will not store to the table itself. So what I need to do is also include the for loop, which it will get the information from the array and put it into the data, the below data, as a university from, now, and provide, and add it to the model.row data, and it will save, or it will appear to the table display itself. And below of it, you can see that it's all about the set background, the row, the height, and the font that I have initialized it for the GUI, for the button, and the text field that we had provided in the GUI. So I will skip on it and will explain more about what will happen when we press the save button. Okay, as you can see, when we press the save button, what it do is it will save it will save it into the university text file in the desktop. And what it will he will save it, you can see that it will print in the file is it will write university from now and provide and get the information from the array list itself, like a previous inserts to the table, and write it back in the text file, and it will close the right. And that's how the save button works, how it will save the information in the text file. And for the import button, it will read the text file that the previous one we had write. We take the same text file that we save, and it will read what we had saved in the text file. As you can see, the trim and the first line split, it means that it for the code to check is which statement or which information is belong to which column that we had provided in the table. And that's why I need to put this symbol in the text file, so that the coding can check for coding can split the statement that I had write in the text file. And here it also the same as previous one, just the difference is this for the main column, and this one for the information that the information that had we put into the info university. Next, we also had an adds button, which what it do is it will get the text university. We had also provided a text file, which if you want to add in new information to the table, so when you put the information, it will insert into the array list info university. For the delete, you can see that it will just take it from the table.get selected row, means that when we select any row in the table, we just remove the row from the model and the list. And you can see that we also remove the information from the list, the information university list. Next is you can see that here, until this is just when you click at any box, we actually can also change the information from the box on the table, not just the text field actually. And here the update button, which if you want to change all the information at any row in the table, you can click it and just put new information and click on update. And here it actually search what it will do for the search information, which I had told you. In here I use the sorted one. You can see I need to train the text by text to check it if it actually there any the information that we want to search from. The sorted row by row, it's mean that it will check one by one, is it same like the text that we had insert. And if there is no if he inserts the information that we want to search and there is no uh, similar information, it just will output the null. It means nothing will come out from it. And for last one, I also put the exit button. When what it do is just exit from the frame. And for the info university class, what actually in the info university class, it just store any information, like example just get university, set university, initialize it as private, so the attribute in the info university class will cannot be distributed from to the others class. And you can see there is methods public info university, get the university sets and others. So that's why I done sets get is because it will make the coding much easier when we want to set the new one university at the specific one. Okay, and that's all from me for the coding, and I will explain more. I will show you how the GUI will look like for the university information table. Okay, when we press, you can see that there also a more button. When we press the more button, it will come up the information that we had put in the array list. You can see we can also add the new one, and if you want to change the information 1908, just update it. You can see, and if you want to save it also, you just save it. And you want to delete the second row, just click on the button. And if you want to search any information, just click on, as example, 2004, and you will display the one that you search, the saved one. And as ever you want to get back the saved information, the previous saved information, you just click on the button and you will show the information and just click save. And if you want exit, there are two ways, just click here or click here. Okay, and that's all from me. Thank you.